Improving the quality of life for EU cities is a shared priority between the Dutch Presidency and the Committee of the Regions. So what exactly is the plan?
So for growth and for a good economy, we need the creativity of cities. The place where people get together, meet, start new companies, get new ideas. And that's what you see. People move to cities and want to pick up an important part of their life there. To do that, we need to have cities where people can actually live. Sustainable cities, where life is good, where the air is not polluted, where you can live with children as well. So we used to have a phase where everybody wanted to move in a city, but if a family comes, you move to suburbia. We don't want that. We want sustainable cities where people can live their lives with children, and also if they get older, can stay there.
And how will cities themselves be involved in this process?
Well, it's not just cities being involved. Obviously, cities run themselves, and they can do much of that themselves. Nevertheless, many important rules and regulations are started, for example, here in Europe, and they have an impact in the cities. So it's important to have the input of the cities before decisions are being taken here at the European level. So we need to make sure that we have an approach where cities and countries and regions and Europe and nations work together to improve lives in the cities for people.
There is also much talk about better regulation. So this time, will it really be happening, or will it really be happening? And what has to be done that it happens?
I think we are working towards what we call the Pact of Amsterdam, and that word pact is very important because it means it's not something which is decided upon here in Brussels and then just thrown over the wall in all the cities, but it's a pact where all the partners get together and say, how can we create here in Europe, also with emphasis on the unique nature of European cities, sometimes old cities in the center, how can we create an environment of dynamics and of growth, building on the traditional European beautiful cities that we have.
And what will feel different for citizens afterwards?
Well, I think that we went through a phase in the 1960s and 70s where citizens moved out of the cities because industries closed, the housing wasn't good, and everybody moved to suburbia or to out of the cities anyway. We've seen a new wave of people moving into the cities. Since then, there's a gradual growth of these cities. That's quite often a creative generation, people who want to do all sorts of new things and innovate. That's wonderful, but we need to make sure that people can actually live there, have good lives, find and meet each other, and create that dynamics which makes cities so special.
And why has this to be done also at the European level?
Much of this will happen just by itself within the cities because people go there, they're creative, they create their own environment. But nevertheless, you need to work with the rules and regulations that are created at the national level and even at the European level. So I want to ensure that all the rules and regulations that are being created here actually work the way they're meant to work. And we can only do that if we have a pact together with the cities and the regions.